All right, really good news. I'm probably like $3,000 away from proving the existence of Sasquatch. It's an odd way to frame it, I know, but the other night I finally got activity while using my digital night vision device. It's a Blackview night vision phone. Now, initially, I didn't think that I had recorded I knew they were out there, but I didn't think anything was super impressive. The phone actually picked up a lot more than I heard. Things were a lot louder, and there was actually a point where I thought the phone was off, and it was still running, and it got actually pretty good video of me and the sounds that were happening. Basically what happened, and I already posted the video about this earlier in the week, probably 30 minutes before dark, all the dogs back here in this neighborhood up the hill were going nuts. And usually that happens on nights where I'm going to have activity. All the dogs around here, including my dogs, seem to know when these creatures are around, or at least when they're active. It's probably by smell. I think some of it might be intentional, because I think these things are intentionally messing with the dogs. Like some form of entertainment of some sort. I don't know. That's what it seemed like on my property. So I make a video. Like, I think I'm going to get activity tonight, judging by how the dogs are acting. About 35, 40 minutes later, after it's dark, the dogs start going off again. And I walk out and I'm making a video recording this, saying that I'm willing to bet that I'm going to get activity. Sure enough, there's 2 wood knocks, like right on the other side of my fence, and one behind my chicken coop. So I got that recorded. I'm like, oh yeah, they're definitely here. So I go inside, I get all my gear. I get my GoPro, and I get my digital night vision phone. Now the thing about that phone is it's got the 2 red lights on the front of it, which are actually the IR lights, and they are 850 nanometer, which means you can see the red light. Okay, you can see the red bulbs. And I have not had much activity, and I assume that's probably the reason why. But I'm getting tired of you guys not being able to actually see in the videos what's going on. Even if you can't see the actual throws or the actual creatures, you can at least see me. You can see that I'm not the one making these throws. I'm not the one breaking stuff in the dark, right? You can actually participate to a certain extent. So I went down there. They were not super active. For 30 minutes, nothing happened. And usually, if they're there, they're there. Usually it only takes about 20 minutes before they do something, if they're going to do something. And I had that night vision phone set up on a log behind me, and nothing happened for like 30 minutes. So I'm like, well, maybe I'll try moving the phone. Right when I step in front of it, which I'm probably blocking those red lights, there's a throw that lands behind me, and that gets recorded. You don't see the throw, but you definitely hear it. It's probably only 30 feet behind me, if that. After that, I wait like another 20 minutes, nothing else happens. So I take the phone down, I put it down on the log next to me where I'm sitting, and I thought I turned it off. Because if they were out there, I was at least going to get the sounds of them doing stuff. Well, I didn't turn it off. It was still running. And there were a few things that happened, a few throws and wood knocks that I was sure about them, but I didn't think they would be loud enough for you guys, but it was. The phone actually records a lot better than I thought it would when it comes to audio. So this is awesome. I've made some adjustments I actually took a black plastic bag and cut it up to cover the screen, because when it's recording, the screen's really bright, even when you turn the display brightness down, right? So I've got that covered up. So I'm going to continue to use this. But what I was talking about with the, being $3,000 away from proving these creatures exist, I am convinced after using several different types of thermals, several different types of digital night vision devices, and my experience with military grade night vision, I believe in the current situation where I can go back to that spot and have interactions within, let's say, 20 to 60 feet away, Generation 3 PVS 14's white phosphorus night vision device with the ability to record is what I need. And I think if I can get a hold of that, I'll have these things recorded. If these things are flesh and blood, I've seen them. I know they're flesh and blood. But as long as they're flesh and blood, there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to get them recorded. Not with that type of device. So I've been convinced about that for probably over the past 4 years. Shortly after I bought my really nice pulsar thermal, I realized pulsars are great, or thermals are great for finding out that there's stuff in the woods, but identifying exactly what those things are, that's not really its strong suit. But Generation 3 white phosphorus night vision, I think not only will you be able to see these creatures, you'll be able to see their eye shine. So that's my next goal, I can't just go out and buy one. I can't afford that. I'm self-funded. But I'm probably going to sell a couple of pieces of equipment, maybe some guns, whatever I got to do, because I think that's the key. And I'm getting close. I'm getting very close, I think. As long as they keep this activity up and I can get one of those, get a really good night vision device, I think I'm going to be able to capture actual video of them, like good video. So, sorry about my voice. I've been sick for about a week now. But anyway, good news. This is super awesome. At least they did something. I still think they were skittish because of the digital night vision device, but at least they did a couple things, so that's really good. But here's the video from the other night, starting from the first 2 knocks that I had. Then I go down to my sitting area, and that's when I get a couple obvious throws and a couple obvious knocks. But I will talk to y'all later on. All right. The dog's been barking off and on for about an hour. Oh, I was about to say that's a really good sign. And look what we got. I got that on video. All right, I'm gonna go get my gear. Hey, good job. Good job. Oh, I have something. Me? You're not sneaking up behind me, are you? There we go. That was something for sure.